The Cardiff Half Marathon has grown into one of the largest and most exciting road races in the United Kingdom. And today it celebrates its 20th birthday. It's now one of Europe's largest half marathons, and people from all over the globe have travelled here today to take part in this incredible anniversary event, which has a brand new sponsor. It's sure to be a good one. This is the Principality Building Society Cardiff Half Marathon. The event has grown significantly since it was founded in 2003, where 1,500 runners took part. It now attracts a mass race field of over 27,500 registered runners, alongside world-class athletes in a trio of fiercely contested men's, women's and wheelchair elite races.
We come from Italy, and today is my last Super Half. 5 races in Europe, 5 half marathon, Lisbon, Prague, Copenhagen, Valencia, and today Cardiff is the last. Beautiful.
I'm running for the MS Society. I have a cousin in Vancouver who's got MS, so I've set a challenge this year of running 4,602 miles, which is the distance from my house and was his in Vancouver. So I'm doing a number of races to help me achieve that distance.
What a way to do it at the Cardiff Half Marathon. We wish you all the best with it.
Thank you so much, thank you.
Andrew, am I right in saying that you have done every Cardiff Half Marathon so far?
Yeah, I've run it every year since 2003.
What's the aim at the end of this one?
I want to get around about 2 hours and just kind of get round in one piece and not have to spend tomorrow on the sofa.
This is a traditional Viking helmet, and we're from Denmark. So we're over here as part of SuperHalfs, running a half marathon.
And it's easier to recognize each other in the crowd, so it makes sense.
Its flat, fast course passes through all the city's most breathtaking scenery and iconic landmarks, including Cardiff Castle, the Principality Stadium and stunning Cardiff Bay. For a more detailed look at the course, let's hand over to our race commentator, Rob Walker.
Thanks very much, Grace. What a sense of anticipation here in the Welsh capital. It has fast become one of the must-do half marathons on the global circuit. The course quickly moves past Cardiff City's ground as they edge their way out towards Penarth Marina. Beautiful conditions today. We should see some fast times out over the barrage as they make their way back through Cardiff Bay. Plenty of sights and sounds. The Norwegian Church, Wales Millennium Centre, Lloyd George Avenue sees them over the halfway point before they begin making their way through the leafy suburbs. An important landmark, Roath Park Lake, and then the big drive in towards the finish. At what stage will the break come before they sprint home on King Edward VII Avenue? We are just about to start, barely a breath of wind, and before the able-bodied men and women, we have the wheelchair race and the visually impaired men and women out onto the streets, and they're underway. All those months of training in all sorts of weather. Now comes the moment to deliver. Huge numbers of spectators on both sides of the course, which is great to see. Josh Hartley, moving so quickly in the early stages, he's almost overtaking the cameraman on the motorbike. And great to see all the visually impaired athletes getting big cheers. Hartley looking good in the very, very early stages. Now to the able-bodied elites. Shadrach Kimmening won this title back in 2016. Jeffrey Koech, just to his left, is the defending champion. This should be fast from the men and the women. Mesawet Fakir, she won the Larne half marathon inside 67 minutes. Beatrice Cesarek is the defending champion. She's won 3 big half marathons this year. And they are ready. Cardiff prepares to deliver once more. Here they go. It's a great sight, it's a great sound. Two elite fields burst into life on this wonderful course. I can hardly believe so many years have passed since the World Half was here in 2016. Geoffrey Kipsang Camwerall bouncing back from falling, and the recently retired Sir Mo Farah coming home third in 60 minutes on the nose. I remember it well. And the elite fields are quickly ahead of the classy club runners now going through shots. Musayoka with a distinctive short stride alongside the pacemaker. Jeffrey Koech in the pack is the defending champion. Watch out there for Bernard Biwott. He's on the right of picture. He ran 59.44 at Santa Pola earlier this year. Chep Wonyi running just behind the pacemaker. Decent performance in the Madrid half marathon last year. This is part of the SuperHalf series, remember? Lisbon, Copenhagen, Cardiff, Berlin, Prague and Valencia. And as you'd expect, it's a big group in the early stages of elite men, maybe 12, 13 of them in total. There's Beatrice Cesarek. She's won Santa Pola earlier this year, 67.49, the defending champion. Kimeli on the far side, she won the Lille 10K back in March. And Chepengeno, who was second last year, she's up in that group as well. No sign of the Ethiopians yet. Fakir just towards the very edge of frame. Koech veering over towards the left-hand side of the course. Pacemaker doing a good job here. We were at around about a dozen, maybe 13 or 14 men, as Koech has a little look over his shoulder and then checks his watch. Now they're beginning to stretch out a fraction.
4, 3, 2.
And now tens of thousands. We started with 1,500 back in 2003. We're not too far away from getting to 30,000. That's a fantastic achievement for everybody connected to this event. And a fantastic effort by all these people to raise so much money for local, national and international charities, and great work there from the West Wales firefighters. Might take them a while. Don't worry, they'll get there in the end. These conditions are absolutely brilliant for half marathon runners. They don't want it too hot in the early stages. Just over 14 minutes for the first 5K. And little by little, this group is getting whittled down. Biwott and Kimmening just behind the pacemaker. And the leading women. Still no sign of tension whatsoever on the face of Beatrice Cesarek. Just checking her watch as Afangius comes towards the front. So an Ethiopian now leading this charge, but they all look fairly tightly bunched, probably about 5 or 6 of them. It's still a bigger group than that for the elite men. And now I think the pacemaker's contribution is over. He hasn't dropped out yet, but Kimmening now with Mutai on his shoulder. Vincent Mutai, world youth silver medalist on the track back in 2011 over 1,500 meters. He takes advantage of that slight descent. Now we get to the race proper. Kimmening won this back in 2016, second in 2019. Mutai keeps checking his watch. He's a powerful looking athlete. And the power for these men and women is all just grit and determination to savour every second, make sure they stay hydrated and get to the finish for that well-deserved medal. Long way to go. Huge numbers of volunteers connected with this race weekend. One or two faces to provide inspiration. It's been a real festival this weekend. That's why it's grown to such an extent. One of the best regarded half marathons anywhere in the world. And a glimpse of the stars of the next generation. Races almost literally for all age groups, including the toddlers. Plenty for the primary school children to chase, and also the future challengers, those up to the age of 17. Great enthusiasm, and some pretty handy fancy dress costumes have been seen as well. But how about this? Ewan Thomas from Carmarthen, 4:35 for the mile, and an excellent runner-up finish for Thomas Loyne from Neath. Good running by the teenagers. Some didn't even have to open their eyes to get to the finish. Every age group has been catered for this weekend, and they've loved it. Back with the leaders. Shadrach Kimmening's face is a picture of concentration. They are on the barrage, and that looks as though this leading group is down to 5. One has been dropped off the back. Long way to go here. But look at Mutai aggressively leaning forward, hitting the front. Biwot's gone to the other side of the course. Just entering the barrage, the leading elite women. Still Cesarek, Chepengeno. We got half a dozen locked together. No move yet from the Ethiopians, Fakir or Ahmed. Just towards the back of this 6. Kimeli still running well in the blue, Cesarek in the white. And Ahmed tucked in on the inside. Won the Warsaw half, 67.08. So she's got good form. Now this leading group onto Roald Dahl Place. Wales Millennium Centre to their right-hand side. It's ever such a slight incline here. Now they start to get the benefit of the crowds once more. We were down to 5, and once again they are 6 of the best. A long way to go. Now we're going to see some real fireworks as they streak their way up Lloyd George Avenue. 10k done. This is where it begins to hurt, and somebody is going to need to make a move. Not as fast, not as tense. Plenty of time to savour every single second for those who might take 2 hours, 3 hours, or maybe even stop for a walk. It doesn't matter as long as they get there.
Andrew, as good as you remember?
Yeah, it's good. I'm better. I've been pacing myself this year because I didn't want to get too knackered and if I bumped into you around going around the course. So, yeah, it's going well.
But still with a smile on your face?
Yes, still a smile. Maybe not so much at the end.
How's the energy doing?
Oh, the energy's okay. The hat is not a good idea. It's boiling hot.
Well, if he's hot, imagine how this fella must feel. Oh, and he's not the only one. That's savage.
Aled, how are you finding it? Mile 5.
It's very hot in this thing. Still a little bit confident. Hopefully we'll get it done.
And there's our first glimpse of Hebak. She's one of the founding members of the Muslima Running Club, empowering women through running. 100 members they have in Cardiff, and she's decided to take to the streets today.
And you're quite new to running?
I'm very new to running. I've only just started this year. It's my first race. I kind of jumped into the deep end and signed up.
And what are you enjoying most of all about the experience?
The atmosphere, the people. There's so many cheers, so many people coming out and cheering me on. And yeah, just to be part of it all, really.
Well, it really does feel like it's a festival of distance running. And they're being serenaded by some world-class musicians. every single person contributing to the atmosphere this weekend. That's why it is part of the Super Half Series.
What's the reason behind the suit?
Madness. My granddaughter's watching, so it's for her.
How's it going?
It's going good, actually. Everything's strong halfway. Can't complain. Beautiful course, incredible support.
It's amazing. It's a little bit hot, a little bit humid, and we're only halfway through, but we're going to get to the end.
Well, they may have 6 miles or so to go, but Josh Hartley is at the end. 9th in the Great North Run, but a superb first place finish for him in the elite wheelchair race. That was class.
Have you done Cardiff Half before?
No, first time, so didn't know what to expect course-wise, but it was nice organised, decent course, nice scenery. So
Good support. That's what I'm hearing from everyone.
yeah, crowd is nice, especially like on the built-up areas. Quite a lot of cheering, so that was good.
Well, the job is done for Josh Hartley, but the hard work continues. Going round Roath Park Lake here, and it's Shadrach Kimmening who's the first to suffer out of this leading trio. Bernard Biwott just on the left of picture with Vincent Mutai, and Mutai now really putting in a surge. He's such a powerful looking distance runner. He's built more like an 800-metre man, and all of a sudden it's single file. Kimmening in third, Biwott in second, and Mutai trying to pull away from his 2 Kenyan compatriots. A little glance over. Biwott still at the moment. Kimmening is rocking and rolling a little bit left to right. He doesn't look as comfortable as Mutai, who's really dominating the tactics at this key stage of the race. Back with the elite women. Cesarek, the defending champion, on the left. Looks okay. Chepengano in the middle in the blue. Maybe for the first time beginning to work quite hard, with Fakir and Ahmed just on the right of picture, the 2 tall Ethiopians. So 2 Kenyans, 2 Ethiopians in the women's race. And look at this drive and acceleration from Vincent Mutai. It's a great view, this, because it shows you how far forward he leans. A bit like Timothy Chariot, who won the World 1500-metre title back in 2019. And Kimmening now coming past Biwott. This very definitely looks like it's a battle for silver and bronze on the streets of Cardiff, because neither of them are looking as comfortable as Vincent Mutai, who's up ahead of these 2 at the moment. Good recovery by Kimmening. Biwott's still right behind him though. There's a look over the shoulder from Mutai. You can just about see the 2 men in second and third, but the gap is growing. Meanwhile, hundreds and thousands slightly further back down this course, but sampling the atmosphere and the energy, the jelly babies being given out by the crowd. And there's the Pride roundabout. It really is a wonderful atmosphere. Everybody being welcomed through this local community. And this is why tens of thousands keep on coming back year after year. Mutai, his eyes wide with concentration. Still he keeps looking back over his shoulder. Oh, a little burst of madness there by the brass band as he goes past. He's a long way clear, driving his way towards the finish. The clock is coming up for 59 minutes. It's not going to be a course record, but it's still a brilliant run because it's the manner in which he's accelerated away from the others. Biwott now, once again edging ahead in this battle for second. Kimmening caught him up, but the 2016 winner now down in third. Biwott checking his watch. So much tension in those shoulders. You can understand why. Ahmed and Fakir in first and second in this elite women's race, and maybe for the first time Cesarek, the defending champion, in white just on the right of picture, starting to look uncomfortable. Ahmed had that really fast time winning in Warsaw and was then 9th in Copenhagen. Fakir in second at the moment, but there's no doubting where the title's going in the elite men's race. Mutai surges away, now turns to his left down King Edward VII Avenue, and he can really savour these moments now. He won't be caught. This has been a great run. Really aggressive work from Vincent Mutai. This has been one of the best half marathons we've ever seen from him. Comfortably inside 61 minutes. And Shadrach Kimmening has recovered. He was in third, but he finishes second, as he did here in Cardiff in 2019, and it's third place for Bernard Biwott. All three of them inside 61 minutes. That was a class race and a great win from Vincent Mutai.
A huge congratulations, winner of Cardiff Half 2023. How do you feel after that one?
I feel good and I feel happy. This was my first time to run this course. It was a bit challenging, but after all, I come a winner. Yeah.
A solo effort at the end of the elite men's race for Vincent Mutai, but what a sprinting prospect for the elite women's title. 2 Ethiopians and a Kenyan very much still in the mix. Is it going to be Ahmed or Fakir? Very close towards the line. Fakir's going to take it. Brilliant win for her. Ahmed second, and Chepengano managing to hang on for third. What a finish. All three of them inside 69 minutes. That was a great race and a brilliant sprint at the end. Chepengano deserves great credit for making it onto the podium, and she should be happy with that result. Vincent Mutai, Shadrach Kimmening and Bernard Biwott inside 61 minutes. Good running by Fergal Curtin, making it into the top 10 for Ireland. Brilliant women's race. The top four inside 68.30, and Sonia Samuels, the leading British athlete, in 7th. Two classy elite races. Meanwhile, the beating heart of this event is out on the streets still.
Are you feeling incredible?
Feeling great, 1 mile to go, girls supporting, crowd have been fantastic, loads of kids out on the street, supporting, high fives, it has been magical. Best half marathon ever.
Fantastic, good luck for the rest of it!
Support's been amazing.
Yeah.
All the way around. All the way around. Fantastic. Well done, Cardiff.
You're so close now. How are you feeling?
Tired, but good. The crowd's amazing here. First run I've ever run a half, so I've been spoiled, I think. And hopefully I'll make it this last bit now.
Great work from everybody who's made it down King Edward VII Avenue. It's been a great celebration of distance running and determination.
Just all the crowds and there's, you know, everyone supporting you and cheering you on, that really kind of gets you going, because there's bits when it's sort of like, oh, can I just slow down and walk sort of thing, but then someone cheers your name and like, I can't walk in front of them, I've got to keep going, got to keep going.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll see you next year.
Yep.
No fencing world record for Alid, but he did make it.
The spectators were amazing, the atmosphere was out of this world, so definitely back more.
Glad to hear it. He won't be the only one who returns in 12 months' time. And he back, making it across the line comfortably inside 3 hours. Job done for her and the Muslima running team. Wales not the only nation to celebrate their participation. Spain and India amongst those with a travelling contingent, and they have loved it and been roared on every single step of the way.
Very colourful for the finish line.
Oh yes, I love it. So much positivity going round. It's been amazing. I've loved it.
This has been an absolutely amazing support.
Yeah.
The atmosphere has been incredible.
All the way.
So if you've never done Cardiff Half,
come and do it.
Cardiff, capital city of Wales.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm so happy to be, part of such a special event, this 20th anniversary. Oh, I'm so happy we made it to our finish line.
This has been a stunning edition of the Cardiff Half Marathon that rightly takes its place amongst this Super Half series of Lisbon, Copenhagen, Berlin, Prague, Valencia, and here in the Welsh capital. And so many of these men and women will be back.
Congratulations to everyone who took part and to everyone who raised money towards their chosen charities. It's been a fantastic day of racing along the streets of the Welsh capital. Both history and memories have been made today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.